Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chapter 18 of The City of the Crimson Tower. We are making pretty dang good progress through this retelling of the Curse of Strahd module. I am Ethan. I will be your game master for the evening, and as always, I am joined by 5 incredibly talented friends, performers, storytellers, and just all-around great people. We are going to, first of all of their socials are on under their names, so please go follow all of them. You can also just type, I think, Crimson Tower, ! Crimson Tower into the Twitch chat, and it should pop up with all of their socials. It's a command, I forget which. But usual warnings before we jump into this stream. First of all, it is an 18+ stream. That is for language, disturbing content. This is a horror-themed game, so just be aware that those things highly likely to come up, especially in this next part of the storyline. So, you can always find past episodes. I think I'm only 1 episode behind right now of City of the Crimson Tower on Go Buff Yourself, which you can find anywhere you get your podcasts from. YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, Apple, Amazon. It's all over the place. So go listen, catch up.
We need an applaud button here because you do so much work and so hard of work on this. We need an applaud button. Woo!
Well, your support is all I need, so thank you, friends. Does anyone have any big announcements that we want to hit at the top of the stream before, the end of the stream sign-offs where people can find you and everything like that? Nope. All right. Well, I think I've hit all of the announcements then. So let's go ahead and run that intro so that we can get back into this story. Be right back.
Impressed there.
Jesus. We are back. When we last left Barrowville and Bridgewater, our 5 had headed to Sir's Billiards and Bar for a number of reasons. One, the group was simply looking to get out of Bridgewater and see what else Barrowville had to offer. And Ira Indirovich was coming along specifically for this reason. But another reason that you were headed to the billiards hall and bar was to find a seer, an ancient matriarch of the Vista people named Miss Ava. She met with you, but said that she would only give you the help you needed if you met her at midnight out at the Ivless Bridge. So the 5 of you killed some time, engaged in a game of stories with a few of the Vista, Stanimir, Eliza, and Arturi specifically. Arturi being one of the Vista who had an interesting backstory that Karina delved a little bit into but was never quite able to get the full story of. But eventually midnight came around. You all headed to the Ivless Bridge, but on the way there, noticed the sounds of someone behind you, maybe someone following you. And when you arrived at the bridge and met with Miss Ava, she pointed and shouted that, "You fools, you've been followed." The figure darted from its hiding place, Karina quickly raising a gun and firing, only to realize that she had fatally wounded Eliza, one of the Vista. Miss Ava quelled your concerns and said that Eliza indeed had been a servant of Strahd, and had you not done what you did, she would have reported back, and things would have been even worse. The five then received a reading from the cards of Miss Ava, and they were told 5 things. The first card told of history, of knowledge of the past. And Miss Ava's card seemed to indicate that the source of this was already right here. The second card, an artifact of great goodness that could be found in a den of wolves with Mother Night. The third card told of a weapon, a sword of sunlight, that could be found with a sleeping prince, a servant of light and a brother of darkness. The fourth card told you all of an ally who might aid you in your quest to stamp out the dark. A Vista who wanders this land alone, and Miss Ava told you to seek her with the saints near the mists. And the fifth card told of where, should you pursue this path, where you would have your final encounter with Strahd von Zarovich. Miss Ava told you to look to the heights, find the beating heart, and that is where she will wait for you. After this strange reading, you all departed the Ivlis Bridge to return to the bar where the Vista live and get a little bit of sleep before whatever you do next. So, when we left, you all had settled in for the night. Some of you quickly fell asleep, others of you a little less so. Was there anything anyone was wishing to do tonight before fully falling asleep and moving to the next day? Karina.
I think after a couple hours of attempting to sleep, having calculated the thread count of the sheet she's looking through, trying to distract her mind as much as possible when she realized she doesn't have much to build a foundation on. I think once she knows everyone in the room is asleep, she's going to kind of sneak out, and she wants to pass by Miss Ava's room to see if anyone is in the room. And if not, she's going to steal a bottle of gin and chill at the bar until people start waking up.
Poke your head into Miss Ava's space. Other than the cat, seems unoccupied at this moment. So you go, grab some gin, slide up at the bar, and prepare to pass the time with sips of gin.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else doing anything this evening? Told you there was a cat. All right. In that case, at around 5 a.m. or so, the first vistas start moving. You hear the sound of a kitchen somewhere in the back where people are starting to get to work for breakfast. Some people slowly make their way out into the main area where the smell of coffee starts to permeate the air. The rest of you begin to wake. Are you doing anything this morning before you head out?
Coffee. Sorry, Gloria. I didn't know you were awake.
Oh, no, you're good. I had just taken Lancelot with me when I went to bed, and so I'm just gonna make sure he goes out in the morning. I'm gonna try to get a vibe check. Like, does he want to stay? I don't want him to,
yeah,
but like, I don't want to like Jacob against his will. So I'm just gonna like take him on a walk.
I will
and just
say,
try to vibe.
this old dog does seem quite comfortable in this warm area surrounded by kids who, whenever you bring him back in from just taking a quick little constitutional outside, the children who are around, a few of them, when he circles up and lays down next to the hearth, a few lay down next to him. Whenever he gets up to walk, there are hands that reach down to scratch him. He has frequently you see him with a big puppy smile on his face, panting, his little scraggly tail just wagging oh so quickly as people are giving him love here.
I think the DM might want us to leave.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there are lots of people who are like dogs. You can take the dog. Shoot.
I'll just kind of spend some time with him as everybody's getting up, thinking about it.
Why do you seem so sad? And where's everybody else?
So at this moment, everyone is noticing that Hawthorne actually passed out on the bar, because he was so drunk. And he's like, keep it down. Just head back down.
I think honestly, the way that makes sense with Karina not having noticed you is, bars frequently have a right angle and like they have a short side and a long side. Karina, you came and settled up in about the middle of the long side. Hawthorne had passed out on the shorter side and had slumped down low enough that you didn't even see him until suddenly just hand, hat, and head start to emerge over the bar.
Never mind.
Shit, Hawthorne, have you been here the whole night?
Good morning.
Is it morning? Yeah, it's morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
It's morning.
Who's got coffee?
Oh, I've got some right here. Stanimir walks through with a big carafe.
And Brawk walks by and slaps his hand on Hawthorne, which is barely a tap, but he's trying his best. I sure hope you're full of 8 hours, so we've got a big day ahead of us. And he adjusts his coat.
Hawthorne will take the coffee and then take the whiskey that he still has in his coat or whatever alcohol, pour just a little bit in his coffee, put it back, and go, I'll be ready soon.
We call that a Vista coffee.
Brawk leans over. We call that the hair of the dog. The dog.
As
Not you, Lancelot.
yeah, I was like Lancelot just gives a little. As people are starting to come out, the commotion is picking up. Karina, you have a bizarre experience. Could you make me a spirit roll, please, Karina? If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Five.
5. Okay. People, plates, cups, laughter, a little bit of music. the sounds of life, of the vista of your friends. The first thing you notice is the sound change. As it doesn't go silent, it just gets a little muted. Like the volume and the tenor is just turned down of everything that you're hearing. And as you look up from the glass with, a centimeter of gin left in it from the last time that you poured, and you look around, the people are all still there. But there is a fog, a mist, starting to cover this room. And it feels like it's emerging from you. You feel a little lightheaded. The mist becomes right around you so heavy that you feel like you're almost going to choke on the particles. Do you do anything in that moment?
I think the second she finds out it's coming from her, she's going to panically try to stand up and probably knock the stool out from under her, and most likely bump her elbow on, very clumsily, panicked, stand up quickly.
Clatter of the...
And just try to
The clatter of the stool, Stanimir, who was next to you, who was refilling someone's coffee, gets bumped a little bit and it goes spilling. And he starts grabbing a cloth to mop it up. But you all see it as Karina just kind of rockets up from her stool, knocking it over and even spilling the glass that was right in front of her as it just rolls back and forth.
Hey, Slayer, you good? The fuck?
Is the fog still around me?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm fine. She's just gonna dig her palms of her hands into her eyes and just kind of try to clear her mind for a little bit there.
You on that shit again? Or you good?
I think I need more of that shit. I'll be fine. Fine.
Okay.
Well, the last time someone said they were fine, they were holding stuff in from when they went in mist or something. You gotta share. We're all in this together. Even if we don't share here, you gotta share somewhere.
I just didn't sleep much last night. I'm just tired. And she's gonna reach over the bar to where Stanimir was playing with the coffee pot and just kind of slide it towards her.
He obviously noticed you have this little moment because he spilled and he had finished cleaning it up, and as you go to grab it, he just kind of pushes it your way a little bit too. And he squints his eyes just a little bit at you, where it's concern, but not necessarily confused concern. Just pushes it your way.
She's just gonna pour a mug, sit back down on, pick the stool up awkwardly and just sit back down at the bar and take a sip of the way too hot coffee and pretend it did not just burn the shit out of her tongue.
Anyone else doing anything in this moment?
You got anything to eat? Man, I'm
a
little hungry.
Yeah, almost ready. And you can smell it as it, just a couple minutes later, there is a shout and the sound of something metal being hit against metal, ding, 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 from back in the building. And people start coming out with their own plates that they've loaded up. There are, the breakfast that they provide includes cornmeal polenta, stuffed cabbage rolls, and fried bread. And as people start to grab their plates, the door to Sarah's billiards and bar opens, and Arturi walks through. Smells good. And a few of the Vista, hey, give him greetings as they see him, pull him into hugs, which he just gets a seat at the bar. And when he sees you, Karina, he doesn't directly say anything to you, but he locks eyes with you and just gives you a little.
She'll just offer him the slightest of smiles before turning back to her coffee.
All right. The day is yours.
So, are we catching a train today?
That's what I heard.
Are we... Is that the next step? Is there anything else you all have to
I think
do?
so.
I've, Ira, who also is quite... has taken a cup of coffee, but the way that they are reverently drinking it tells you a lot. And as they take a long sip where you can see the shiver run down their spine, I've never been on the train. I know generally how to get there, though. From what I've heard, if you're looking to get there and you just walk long enough, you get there.
I think that's the way that walking works. But
Smart ass.
and he kind of catches a cough in his throat, but doesn't throw up. Growth.
Your character growth is not vomiting.
Little celebrations.
I do have to say this.
Baby
It's her
steps.
growth as a human, so she feels like it's her growth as a character.
I have to make one pop culture reference, and I swear to God, every time I watch Ted Lasso, and the character, what is the director of football's name? Leslie? I think of Brawk 100%. Because anytime something stressful happens, he just gags a little.
I love him so much. Yes.
100%.
100%.
Anyway, I do think keeping my bile in my body is a really good thing for me. So
Keeps the wear and tear down on my shoes too. Just to let you know. But
really appreciate all your help. I can't guarantee that I won't need it again. You too, Hawthorne.
Hawthorne starts rubbing his temples and his eyes, and he's like, okay, I'm trying to remember last night, and I know there was something she told us we needed to do to like a weapon or something. Do we need to do that before the train?
I don't think so. I think we're going to need more information on where to find things. For what we heard, but we probably should keep that on the down low.
All right. Weapon. Who said a weapon?
Remind me not to come to you when I want to be inconspicuous. And Karina's she's gonna cross the bar to where Gloria is by Lancelot and sit near her. Hey, how you doing, Gloria?
I'm worried that maybe you're right and Lancelot wants to stay, but I'm not sure how to really know.
Karina's just gonna crouch down next to Lancelot and Gloria and just take both of Lancelot's hands. Put both of her hands on Lancelot's face and just kind of scratch him behind the ears.
His old pup face, the skin has gotten loose enough that when you go and scratch and push his face up, it closes his eyes as you push it up, and he just has this big little smile as you scratch, and he just happily, you can feel as he puts his weight onto your hands as you do that. I love dogs.
The bastard of babies. we don't know how dangerous it is going to get. And it's miserable outside. He's got old bones. I mean, maybe this is a good place for him. I think Katori might need a canine friend.
Well, I guess we'll have to talk to the owners first before we just abandon him. So I guess if I look around, do I spot? Wait, what was the name of the person who owned the place again?
You've never really established who owns the place. The person who seems to be most in charge is Stanimir, but there's never been anyone who's been introduced to you as the owner specifically.
Owner, operator, proprietor, excuse me.
Who pays the bills here? Who keeps the lights on?
I'll kind of look around. Do I see Stanimir?
He is... One of the fortunate things about Stanimir is he's very difficult to miss if he is in the room. So, yes, you see him over by the fire at this moment with having picked up 2 Lil Vista children, one in an arm and one is on the shoulder. And he's just having a conversation with an adult Vista woman, probably late 30s, and is just having this conversation while entertaining 2 kids simultaneously.
Karina, do you think we should talk to Stanimir and see what he thinks?
Definitely. Do you want me to do it, or you up for it, Gloria?
I could do it. You are not saying you look tired, but are you okay? You look a little tired. Here's my powder puff. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to say it. Just between the 2 of us, just before we go out here. And then I try to reach for my compact, but I realize I gave my mini mirror and the whole little bartering story game.
Speaking of that, quick question. I asked you all to keep tally of how many correct and incorrect you got. I know it was one of you who ended up winning, but I don't think we ever actually determined who it was. Do you all still have your tallies anywhere?
I'm really confident it wasn't me.
I know for a fact it was not me.
I tied. I had the same wrong and same right.
Okay.
I had 3.
3 correct?
I had 3 points. Yeah,
3
I had 3
correct?
points.
Okay, so Nyne is a little bit better right now. Did anyone beat 4 correct? Okay, well then, Nyne, you are the one who had that pot. And just a reminder of everything that was in there was everything that you all bet, which I have it noted.
My little compact.
There was a compact. There was a
we will be
hair
forcing
clip.
him to get it back to us.
I assumed as much. I believe Hawthorne wagered brass knuckles, Karina a Zippo, Gloria the compact, Nyne a wolf tooth, Brawk a magnifying glass, Arturi wagered a short manuscript, Eliza wagered a collapsible spyglass with a maneuverable mirror that could be used to look around corners, and Stanimir wagered a worn deck of Taroka cards. So at this point, all of those items are in either the group's possession or Nyne's, just so you know.
Nyne has been sitting here listening to that and will chuckle because Gloria's trying to look for her mirror, and Nyne will just hand it out of frame to them.
I'm gonna just casually grab it and be like, thank you. Mouthing thank you to Nyne and be like, here, Karina, and here's a comb. You look lovely always. You're stunning, but just you look tired a little bit.
I can't.
You okay?
I can't.
Thank you, Gloria.
I can't.
Honesty apparently is appreciated over sugarcoating it. I'll be back, and she'll just take the compact and go find a corner to wallow in self-pity for a minute.
Oh no, I handled that so wrong. Nyne.
You did okay, Karina. And will throw her lighter to her at the same time.
She does not catch it. It just kind of bounces off of her.
I'll pick up the lighter and put it in my purse, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna talk to Stanimir. I'm gonna walk over to Stanimir.
All right.
Brawk is gonna gently, as she walks away, gently touch his face and just lean forward to Hawthorne and Nyne. Do I look tired?
Oh, you look beautiful. You look fine. Here's your magnifying glass too.
Yeah, Hawthorne's been hitting you to give him back his brass.
Look, here's your fucking brass knuckles. You see, I'm trying to.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you for knowing what I wanted.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's yours in here. No,
Also,
the other 3 things. Take a look at those.
I hope I was not the only person who thought of the birdcage with that whole tired interaction. You look tired means you look old, and you look rested means you've had collagen.
I love Nathan.
I've never
Lane
seen
so
that.
Oh,
so I have
it's
no
so
idea.
good.
So
Nathan Lane is so great.
Oh,
You
he's
should totally
perfect.
Watch that for Pride
Robin
Month.
Williams.
Yeah, he and
too.
Robin Williams are
Robin Williams.
in that movie.
so good.
But
Very fun.
you, Gloria, head over to Stanimir, who, as he sees you approaching, just gives like a little elbow to the woman he was talking to, who gives a nod, and she heads off. He still has the 2 kids. The one in his arm, quite young, almost asleep. The one on the shoulder is just babbling away about something that he is only passively paying attention to. So as you walk over, Gloria.
I hope I didn't interrupt anything.
Oh, no. What can I do for you?
Well, this is a little bit hard to talk about, but we rescued a dog when we where we were previously. But I feel like the warmth of the fire has been breathing new life into Lancelot, and I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little bit conflicted. And I was curious, are there people that maintain like full-time residents here? Like, would this be a safer place for a loving dog?
He looks at you and he looks at Lancelot. I think it would be. No. And he looks down at the cat who is walking through the area. Not 100% sure how Maurice will feel about it, but the kids seem to love him, and he looks like an old dog.
Yeah, I think he is.
If he's
Maybe
lived most of his life out there in Barraville, then maybe we can give him at least somewhere warm to live out his final days.
maybe I can leave you a little bit of money to help take care of him, and you
Gloria,
can-
it's no problem. We aren't wealthy here, but we aren't struggling. We take care of each other. And it's been a while since we had a dog here. So,
he's a pretty sweet dog. I'll talk to him, but I get the sense that he prefers it in here than out there. And
to answer the first part of your question, yes, there are always Vista here. We come and go, but some of us are always here, so he'll never be alone if he stays here, and you're more than welcome to come see him anytime. I'm sure he would love to see you again. He says name was Lancelot, right?
yeah.
Where'd you find him?
Well, it's kind of an interesting story. There was sort of an animated house that seemed to suck us in, and we had to almost fight our way out. And we rescued him and brought him with us out of the really freaky house.
Stanimir, one-handed, again, he's huge, just like leans over and sets the kid who was on his shoulders onto the ground, who just goes running off to find someone else to bother. And Stanimir squats down, child still in arm, next to Lancelot, and just strokes his head, his huge hand just enveloping the head of this scrappy little old dog, and looks him right in the eyes. So, hard out there for all of us, huh? You want to stay here? Mm-hmm. We can get you good food.
I want to stare at Lancelot's reaction. based off of what Stanimir's saying, because there's still a part of me that's convinced he'd rather come with me. So I just want to like gauge his reactions.
Lancelot has no idea what's going on other than the fact that he is warm and fed and getting attention. And so he is looking at Stanimir quite happily. Not that he doesn't look at you, but the person who is scratching him tends to be...
abandoned.
No, he still knows you exist. But, you know, dogs tend to look at the person who's scratching them. But he looks at you a couple times too, but he's... You know, his yellowing teeth are on full display as he's got this big, happy puppy smile. And Stanimir stands back up. Choice is yours, obviously. But if you want us to watch him while you're not here, we can do that.
I think that's probably best. I'll touch base with everybody else, but I think that's probably best. So I'll as I say this, I'll kind of back up and not like call Lancelot after me and just kind of wander back to where I was with Nyne and everybody else.
Got it.
Is Karina doing better? Is she still in the corner?
No, she's come back now, and
Oh, thank God. I'm so sorry.
she did not use the makeup or anything. Instead, her eyes are just glassy, and she'll just hand you back the compact and the makeup puff, and just take a seat next to Hawthorne at the bar. So, do we head out? Does the train only show up at night? Does anyone know what's up with the train?
The only thing I remember, and he pushes up his glasses and steadies his coat on his shoulders. The only thing I remember is during our reading, in that time period, someone told us not to go to sleep on it. I didn't know what that meant, but it felt genuine.
So everyone's gotten some sleep here, right? To where we're not going to have any issues getting on this train soon, right?
I slept like a baby. I slept good actually, so I'm good.
I love that. For you, specifically.
I think we'll be good. Ira, ready to go?
Ready when you are.
All right. Karina will start heading out of the friggin' bar.
Anything before anyone else heads out. Just want to make sure.
I felt like it was a little bit strange that Stanimir and the lady stopped talking as soon as I walked over. So before I leave, I just want to kind of take note. Do I see the woman that he was talking to before? I am a little bit, I don't want to vocalize this, obviously, but I'm a little worried that Stanimir's companion that played the game with us is obviously not here. And we know where she is. But, like, does it seem like her presence, her lack of a presence is recognized? Do I get the sense that people are maybe chatting about it?
Make me a notice check. 5. Not Stanimir, and not the woman he was speaking to. She's still here. But you do overhear during this time out here a few snippets of conversation. You hear the name of Eliza. And so you hear a few people who are just like, wasn't Eliza here last night? Yeah, she was when I went to bed. I haven't seen her this morning, though. Must have headed off. She normally says goodbye before she leaves. Hope the little thing is okay.
Okay. I don't say anything to Karina. I don't want to make her more worried. And then after that, I'm good to go.
Okay. As you all start to head towards the door, people say their goodbyes. Stanimir most loudly and, with big bear hugs to anyone who accepts a hug. You come back anytime. Always welcome here. Whoever he's hugging at that point pushes back, hands on your shoulders. You are friends of the Vista. Never let anyone forget that.
Hey, no problem. You guys are pretty cool, and thank you for your hospitality and your warmth and kindness to us outsiders.
The pleasure was ours.
And loved your stories, too. Yeah.
Yours as well. And you said that one was true. Next time you come back, you're going to have to tell me a little bit more about that one.
I'll sure to do that, okay? And my friends, thank you. So we're gonna hit the road. And have a good day.
He gives you one more big hug. Be safe. Hopefully I'll see you all again soon. When he says that, all of you who are hearing that, no need to make a notice check. You can hear the small amount of doubt in his voice. As you start to all head towards the door, the last one to stop you, not all of you, but to stop Karina, is Arturi, who, as you head towards the door, all he does is turn and stand from his bar stool, one hand on the other elbow. Be safe.
You too.
Thank you again.
It's a dark and scary world out there.
Yeah. And he's dirtier than he was when he left. He has like black smudges on parts of his skin that look like maybe ash or dirt. Thank you again for letting me stay for a little bit longer. I know you don't know exactly what this means, but I think it might have made a difference. But remember what I told you, alright? They're out there, still.
Yeah. Good luck. And she's just going to gently tap his shoulder and just kind of walk away. Not this whole time she hasn't made eye contact with him. And she's just going to walk away and wipe a tear as she walks away.
As you all start pushing out the door.
We also say goodbye to Lancelot. Like, I drag everybody over. I'm like, come on. Like, Hawthorne, what are you doing? We have to say goodbye. And I drag us all over to Lancelot before we go.
We're leaving him? Oh, I made a whole backpack and everything.
Oh my god, no, maybe we should leave
him.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Oh my god. No, we start crying.
No, Gloria, that was a joke. That was a joke, Gloria. See you later, buddy. And Hawthorne's gonna scratch his little chin.
Lancelot. Oh, go ahead.
And because Brawk is always in the shadow of Hawthorne, just kind of peeks around and with just two fingers pats him on the head. I didn't want to get too attached to you, old boy. Enjoy the rest of your years. Pat. Proceeds.
Nyne kind of looks around. Hey, look here. You're probably going to outlive all of us. Here's some bacon. Get your treats. You get all the scritches. Take all the naps. If you pee a little bit, it's okay. You're old. It's fine. All right? No one's going to blame you. You're a cute old dog. Good. And, be good, okay? Here's a little bit more pocket bacon. There you go. Oh, yeah.
Happily takes it.
Karina's just going to give him a quick little scratch behind the ears and just whispers so nobody else can really hear. I'm glad I didn't kill you. And just give him a little kiss on the top of his head and stand back up.
Eventually, you all make your way to the door. Push the door open. Out into the rain. When the door closes, you all start to head up the stairs that lead back to the streets of Barrowville. What you all don't see, but we do, is the camera cut just one more time inside the billiards hall. Lancelot stands up, walks towards the door, and just sits down at the door and stares up at it. We're going to go to break.
We have to go back. We have to go back for this talk now. Now we have to go back. We can't. Hawthorne will have felt this happen and need to turn around.
You were an evil, evil man, Ethan. What the fuck?
Did you want me to say he didn't care that you about you?
Wow. Oh,
Yes, I would have rather he not
I
cared.
was vibe checking.
All right,
y'all.
That's great.
While my players castigate me to no end for that, and well deserved, we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to be back in 5 to 10. Don't go anywhere, friends. We are back. Let me change just one. Let me just lower the rain just a little bit here. There we go. Get this back to here. Perfect. I have to always get my music right. You will depart from this outlying section of Bridgewater where you stayed with the Vista and experienced safety, warmth, companionship, and comfort. And now, striking back out into the Barrowville streets by yourself. The contrast is even starker now. The abandoned buildings feel even more hollow in comparison to the lively bar that you were just in. The gray, dark streets, even more colorless by comparison to the colorful Vista with whom you were staying. You begin to walk. At first, Ira seems like they know where they're going. But after you all have walked for about half an hour, the fog that is everywhere, always just looming, starts to press in closer. No longer at the end of alleyways, but moving towards their mouths. And, like I said, after about half an hour you're walking, you can't even see down the alleys fully anymore. But you keep hearing things. From buildings and alleyways. Sobs. Screams. Snapping sounds. Snarling sounds. At one point, you're walking by an alley, and you hear a muffled and quickly cut off scream. And as you glance down that alley, you can barely make out deep in the fog a large shape. 2 glowing eyes that look your direction before pressing deeper into the fog and disappearing. Ira just watches this happen. Come on. We need to keep moving.
I think after a few of those incidences, Karina is just going to look straight ahead, try to ignore what is happening, and she's just going to be like basically holding herself in a way.
I forgot to announce this at the top, but everyone takes a Benny for their roleplay in the bar. And Gloria, you got 2 with a bonus for the Lancelot interaction. Karina, take another for that.
Nyne, while holding an umbrella over Gloria, just kind of has been eyeing all of the alleyways and just making sure his hand is always itching of just like, if anything's going to pop out, he's ready. But also making sure everyone else is safe and everything.
It is an interesting thing how quickly you manage to either become accustomed to something or become comfortable ignoring it, as eventually those sobbing sounds from the distance, from burned out, busted out homes, just become noise. Because you have to keep moving. You eventually... Ooh, hold on, let me change which track. There we go. You all keep moving. The fog eventually presses in so close, so tight around you that it leaves the mouths of the alley. Gets closer and closer, forcing you all to move from the sidewalk into the middle of the street to avoid it.
Is it crushing us?
It certainly feels like it is. Is this... Ira, have you ever seen anything like this?
No. Not quite like this, but also never been this far from home.
I think, like the house, it's corralling us.
Feels like that.
Yeah. Keeping us going.
Are we
in a
sure we're
direction.
going? Yeah, are we sure we're going the right way?
I'm pretty sure. If you have a better idea.
I fucking know these streets.
I mean, from what you said, we just have to think about the train, right? Just think about where we're going and it will show up.
You all, like I said, at this point are walking in the middle of the road because the fog has started to spill out of the alleyways. And eventually, you realize that the fog is so thick, you can't even see the buildings on either side of the street anymore. You can see the street in front of you. You can see each other. And fog.
Maybe it's not wanting us to see something. Everything seems so hidden and ominous right now. What's around us? What's here?
Nyne's gonna kind of start smelling around, and that'll be a notice check, right? Just to get his bearings of where they are. Yeah. Use your brain, dog. Got a 4.
You smell the wet pavement. You smell your unwashed companions. Not much else.
All I really do is smell you guys. That's about it. Wet rock. That's it.
You keep pushing forward. What other way is there? And suddenly, you didn't even see it forming in the distance. It's just suddenly there, in front of you, is a lonely-looking train station. Just a train platform, more accurately. Small, covered a little bit from the rain. There are a couple benches, and there's one figure sitting there. When you all arrive.
Karina's gonna pinch herself real quick to make sure it's not just her imagination. And then she's just gonna eye the figure that's sitting there and stop walking.
Figure is a woman, human, tan skin, looks mid-50s. Ira looks at her too. Georgina? And she walks up to the woman. Georgina! The woman doesn't respond. Georgina, it's me. Ira? Ira Indirovich? We were worried about you. No one's seen you. Are you alright? She just sits and stares forward.
Ira is... What's going on, Ira?
I don't know.
I think Karina will move to where Ira is, and look over to where Georgina is sitting and very slowly reach out to see if she's alive.
Oh yeah, you touch her, and you can feel her. She even, looks over just a little bit to her shoulder where you put your hand, but then just goes back to staring forward. Where's that train? At about that moment, you all hear the sound of a train beginning to approach. And it passes by the platform that you're on a little bit. The front goes by, and then it begins to screech to a halt. Two doors at near the rear, the third to the back car, open. And speaking of cars, a lot passed you while it came to slow down. But eventually, the third to the rear car is the one that stops right in front of the train platform. And as soon as it does, Georgina stands up and begins to shuffle towards the door and goes to head inside.
Hey, Ira. So, was she missing or something?
Yeah, she's originally from Bridgewater, but a lot of people fled afterwards. Presumably many to Vlocky Hills. So I suppose that's what she's doing too.
How long has she been gone?
We haven't seen her in a couple weeks.
The canatotic state that she was where she was staring, is that similar to how the people looked This is way back when, at the beginning when we were in the car ride, when we saw the people sitting against the walls just staring forward. Is that pretty similar to how Georgina looks?
Not 100%, but more similar than dissimilar.
Okay.
There are similarities there.
So, I guess we get on?
Ira does not lead this, and in fact moves behind a few of you.
I think at this point, Karina will lead.
Hawthorne's gonna stand in front of Karina. Okay, hang on a sec. I'm bigger. Let's just at least. Can I just go first, at least?
Be my guest, Hawthorne.
Brawk grabs onto the back of Hawthorne's shirt, hunched over slightly behind his leg. After you, of course.
Hey, looks like we're going on a train ride, Angel.
Let's get out of this rain, you guys. I wonder if we have to go inside to purchase a ticket.
I don't think we do. I think we're just kind of get on board.
Well, it sounds like we're gonna be paying for this with not with money, probably more our life. Let's do this.
Oh.
I'm gonna
As
slip up to Nyne and just take your arm as we start moving that way.
Right there. Yeah.
really quick, any of you who would be paying attention in this moment, feel free to make me a notice check before you step on the train.
Hawthorne's gonna spend a Benny to reroll it.
Okay.
I got a 9.
9, so that's a success with a
I
raise.
got a 6.
Success.
I have to use a Benny.
You don't have to.
I got a 3.
I
I'm
got
distracted.
3.
3, fail, 3, fail.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a Benny.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I didn't say you couldn't, I just said you don't have to. For those of you who
I
can't
still
speak
failed. I got a
high-pitched,
3.
Lauren, that was a critical failure on the reroll and a failure from Hawthorne on the reroll. Are you two, either of you spending another Benny, or are we leaving it there?
No, I'm gonna take it as it comes. I'm hoping the rest of my team will actually be honest and share with what's going
I'm
on.
honest. Most of the time.
I wasn't
hell's that
talking. I
supposed to
wasn't
mean,
talking about you. You were almost too honest.
Yeah.
I thought.
Okay, so with 2 bennies spent, Brawk, you end up with a 5. So we end up with Gloria with a raise success, Karina and Brawk with successes, Hawthorne with a fail, Nyne with a fail. The 3 of you who succeeded notice there is a raven that is perched on the, not awning, but the overhang that protects those sitting waiting for the train from any rain, and is sitting right on the edge of it and just looks at you as you walk under onto the train. Gloria, with a raise, you notice that this raven has a hint of blue at the edge of their feathers.
Do I recognize that? Or is that just like something I see?
I don't think you've seen that before, but you clock that.
I'll notice it, and then when there seems to be like a good time, I'll bring that up to everybody.
Okay.
I think
So we can
because
keep our eye
Karina
out
was
for
told to wait.
ravens.
So as everyone goes in, basically arm in arm, Hawthorne and Brawk, Nyne and Gloria, and just Karina at the end, she's going to kind of turn towards the raven. Hope you're enjoying the show. And just walk in.
Just croaks.
Is Ira back with Karina?
Ira is wherever back is. In other words, going like last or second to last.
Karina would have waited for them to get on before she followed.
Okay. Walking onto the train. The car that you enter into, oddly, seems to be a luggage car. It's surprisingly long, like bigger on the inside style thing, where from the outside this looks like a standard size train car. But now that you're inside here, it is easily 3 times the length of what you saw on the outside. When you step on, there is a door to your left, which you know, because you just walked on, goes towards the rear of the train, the second to last car. There's a sign on the door that says kitchen. Staff access only. To the right, where the luggage car goes and goes and goes and goes, it is lined with luggage racks, with garment hooks. And you hear whispering in here, whimpering, muffled, soft screaming. And Gloria, I'm going to carry that raise over and say that you're the first. You all are able to hear that, but you're the first who is able to pinpoint the origin as coming from inside the luggage. Different pieces of luggage here. This one whispering. Another. Another just pained, muffled screams.
Do you guys hear that?
Yeah.
There's people crying inside the luggage.
What do we
And
do?
the bird out there that was staring at us had blue wings. That seems ominous.
This is a nightmare. This is a group hallucination. This is...
I actually don't think I'm hallucinating because I can hear it, but I agree with you that this is a little bit freaky. Yes.
I feel like it wouldn't be a hallucination if we're all hearing it, right? I mean,
what I'm
we're not
thinking
all
too.
hallucinating the same thing at the exact same moment. Brawk, come on, you the scientist, back me up here. I mean, you're already backing me up. You're right behind me.
All I know is don't fall asleep. Even if this is a nightmare and you're already asleep, don't fall asleep again inside of being asleep, because then you could sleep probably forever.
Oh my gosh, do you think that that's why they told us not to fall asleep on the train, because they'll stuff us in the luggage?
Well,
With
now I
that,
kind of want to
Karina's
open the
gonna-
luggage then.
Yeah, Karina's gonna go to the nearest talking or whining luggage and open it up.
I don't know about this.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, can I, as she's touching the luggage, since we slept, we get PowerPoints back, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you get PowerPoints back just, I think, every hour, if memory serves.
I feel like seeing Karina going for the luggage, I would like to use 1 PowerPoint and cast protection on her.
100%.
Sweet.
I'm going to try to do that just
Okay.
because I'm nervous
So
about this.
make your power check to see if it goes off.
6.
6, successful occult check, so your power goes off. So you are doing protection, which gives 2 points of armor. Very nice.
Yeah, so as I see you kind of going for the luggage, Karina, I'm going to just kind of like flap my wings a little, and there's like a little bit of a sparkle around you. And just in case something that's crying in the luggage leaps out and tries to like stab you or something.
So you do this as a reaction, honestly. Like, you see Karina going to it, and it's just a, oh, shit, like casting this protection just in case, because you know that Karina sometimes does things impulsively.
I've seen her walk into the mist. We're not doing this again.
I don't fault you. Karina.
That's it. Carry on.
You make me roll me any die. Just tell me which die it is, and I'll do the percentage based off of that.
Like, just roll random.
Any die.
Dice?
Just tell me what
Okay.
type of die it is, so that I know what numbers to apply what to.
I'm gonna go with a D10 because that's the easiest to do math with.
Thank you.
That's an 8.
Okay. Karina, you open this leather suitcase. It's dinged up, torn, and it's one of those where you have to press a button on each side to unclasp it. And you open it, and it's empty. But Karina, you have a vivid memory. You see... It's not really you see because it's not in front of you. It's just you suddenly remember something. You remember a face right in front of yours. Pale, sharp features, raven hair. Stradia. She's grinning at you. Her teeth are stained red with blood. Did you really expect anything else than this? And you feel a blade that is in your stomach twist. Well, it's just an empty suitcase. But Karina, when you go to access that memory again, it's still there. Just as vividly. And you cannot distinguish it from one of your own.
I think there's nothing here, and she's just gonna slam the suitcase.
Okay, this is the second time you've done this. No, there's something. What's going on?
Karina, look. We are on a spooky fucking train. Looks like we're going into hell itself. We gotta start being honest with each other. If there's something wrong, you're seeing shit, whatever. Nyne pinches Brawk just to make sure that he knows this is real. Okay, this is real. So what's going on?
This is real, yes. The empty luggage is real. There's nothing there. And she's just gonna kind of stand back up and try to straighten her coat. There's nothing there.
Hawthorne will literally at this moment, because he is impulsive, walk over and open a luggage because he is pissed that she is keeping stuff from him.
Could you roll me a d10, please?
Oh, it's a 4.
Got it. You grab a suitcase. What suitcase do you grab? What does it look like?
I grabbed probably the biggest one. It has more of a little round top to it, so it opens upward like a doctor's bag almost, but it's pretty big.
Kunk, and it is heavy. You pull it down, you unzip the part to the top, and you flip it open. You have a memory. Again, this isn't a vision. When we access a memory, it's not like we see it in front of us, but you experience this. You remember this happening. You're so hungry. So hungry. Your mother hasn't been able to cook anything but the same water in the same stew pot, just trying to get little bits of flavor and food off of it. There's a knock on your door. Your mother answers it. And your mother comes and takes your hand, takes you to the door. And there's a figure at the door. And your mother is crying. She's been crying so much lately. The figure that in this memory you can't make out any details about it. It's a horrifying nightmare remembrance where it's just this shape, this shadow, but you see the wide smile as the hand comes towards you to grab your shoulder and pull you away from your mother. And you're just staring at an empty suitcase.
So Hawthorne, as he stares at the empty suitcase, he has this memory. A tear starts falling from his face because he's a little weak for kids, and because he could feel like it was I was small and stuff. And all he does is look around and he goes, "Don't open another suitcase. It's death. They're all death, memories."
Okay, so don't open any more suitcases.
Are you okay? And he
Fuck no!
and he's just gonna instinctively pull you away from the crate with the luggage. No, nobody open it. No, we have all the help we can get with the horror around us. We don't need to add more. Nobody open anything.
But now I know what you know, Karina. I'm watching you, girl.
We don't know if it's real. We don't know.
We're in this together, though. We gotta be in this together. If we don't have each other, what do we have? And he'll put his arm around Brawk, sort of like steadying himself, and just look down.
I don't want to lose my mind. And if I acknowledge it, I'm accepting the fact that I'm losing my fucking mind.
We'll keep you steady. That's what we're here for. Right, you guys? Looking over at Gloria and Nyne, noticing they haven't said much.
I am still looking at the different suitcases. Can I still hear, like, the crying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Nyne's kind of looking at Karina of like that disappointing look of like, stop fucking lying to me, like, come on. Yeah. We do.
I think we should leave this car.
Great idea. And Brawk is going to kind of trips over himself a little bit as he kind of scutters over to the closest door that he can see.
Like I said, when you walked in, you immediately saw a door to your left, but you know that heads back. So the next car must be to the right. Start walking past these racks of luggage, hearing all of that. And eventually, you can see the end of this car. You can see the door, and you see a figure next to it, a shape, It's all black but humanoid. It almost looks like something that has been, like the entirety of it is a black shape. Human form, human sized, a little bit larger than human. But it looks like something that has been sketched with charcoal. And as it's standing there, the only way I can describe its movement to you is it looks like it's moving at a different time rate. It's like it's a different frame rate, a slower frame rate and sometimes a faster frame rate, just in the way the almost sketch-like patterns of it kind of jolt and change and move while still maintaining this same shape, all black with these white eyes. That's the only feature of it other than shape. And as you begin to approach, it points towards the door next to it, where there is a sign that says, "Tickets required." And then it extends a hand, again, the hand jerking and shaking, it looks like, but also not moving.
Okay, you were right, Hawthorne. All right, you were right.
Where'd we get him?
There wasn't a ticket booth outside. Do we buy the tickets here from you?
Well, we're already on the train, so.
I know that.
Oh, no. Oh.
You all kind of start talking back and forth, trying to figure out what to do. And this thing that had an open palm waiting kind of flickers in and out of existence for a second. And then when it reappears, it just pushes a button next to the door, and the door's open for you. Doesn't say a word, doesn't make a sound.
Well, shit. This just got weirder. You guys ready?
We just got our way paid. Got our tickets cost. Oh, God.
Let's go, I guess.
Everyone take a deep breath, and he steadies himself before we go forward. So we don't know what's going to be in there. Oh. Okay, let's go.
Karina, could you grab Gloria? I think she's still looking at the suitcases.
No, I'm here. I'm coming.
She'll still take Gloria's hand if she'll take it.
I do, and then I follow along.
Ira gives this entity at the door a wide berth, as they then quickly scamper to join all of you moving into the next car. As you move into the next car, you see that this is clearly a dining car. It is wider than the car you were just in, and at least just as long. There are booth-style tables and seats set up on both sides of the central aisle that heads down this car. There is carpeting on the floor that looks like it was once fine, but has been scuffed and damaged and gone a little bit gray. It's lost its color. Same for pretty much everything about this car. It looks like it was once quite the sight. But the light fixtures are tarnished, flickering. The leather of the booth-style bench seating is moldering, flaking. There are several individuals in here, though. Most of them resemble that thing, that entity that you just saw at the door. These black, sketched style shapes that just sit by themselves at different booths. There are a few individuals in here, though, that look like normal people, sitting by themselves at different booths and tables. The black, spirit-like things pantomime eating from their table, from the place setting in front of them, but there's nothing there.
Hey, do you think these were like do you think these were like passengers beforehand? And they're just kind of going through the motions and stuff?
Like as if they're memories?
Yeah. That.
I mean, if the suitcases are memories, why wouldn't the passengers be memories?
You suddenly feel the momentum as the train seems to pick up a little bit of speed.
What kind of train holds people's memories? Holds their lives. Or their deaths, I guess.
Well, in a place like this, and he's just kind of waving in his hands at different spaces, making sure he's not walking through, moving through anyone or anything, very cautiously. In a place like this, I'd imagine you need somewhere to put all the people you've condemned, right? You can't. They don't leave here, do they?
Fucking Soul Train?
Is that a thing?
All of the tables, by the way, have place settings at them. I apologize for interrupting. But
No,
all the
you're good.
tables have place settings at them. Chipped, but once fine china. Gloria.
I don't know. Gloria's, I'm a little freaked out at the idea of a soul train. Can I peek? There's windows, yeah. Can I peek out the windows? Do I?
Yeah,
the train?
there are windows. They have, like, you know, again, tattered now little ornamental curtains on them. And as you go in, pull one aside, you just see fog.
Oh, love this. Okay, cool.
Is there any way, Ethan, to tell what kind of soul or person that these sketches once were? Like, you can't see their faces, you can't hear them in any capacity, right?
They are... I use the word sketches both to describe, like, the visually almost, like, drawn appearance that these things have, but also just because they are generalized. I will say, though, a few of the spirits, you can make out minor differences. Like, one of them seems to be wearing a fedora, but again, it's just part of the black shape. Others a little bit bulkier, like maybe wearing overcoats. But again, it's just all part of the same form. It's not like there is a hat on top of this black thing. It's just part of the same shape.
And there's not, like, say this shape has a fedora. There's not a person who's sitting there who's staring into the distance who has a fedora that would look like
No,
that
it's
shape.
not like there are mirrored.
Okay. Yeah, like their
versions.
soul is outside of their body or something like that. Okay.
Love the
okay,
thought.
Gotcha.
Karina?
The other passengers, do they make note of us at all? And also, do we see Georgina?
Georgina is one of the people in here. Yes. One of the people in here, because again it's a longer car, you can see them in the distance. One of the living, it looks like, figures, it easiest way to distinguish the shape, the different types of shapes, does like turn and look over the shoulder when the door opens, but doesn't pay you much mind.
I think Karina will make her way to where Georgina is sitting and sit across from her.
You slide down across, or start to head that way to take a seat. What about everyone else?
Nyne's
Hawthorne will
gonna
nap.
Okay. Nyne is going, since it's a dining car, Nyne's gonna look over to see if there's anything to eat or drink.
I don't
in
think we
this
should eat
place.
anything on the train.
Look, I'm kind of hungry. I get hungry when I get nervous. Okay,
Okay, let's look, but like, let's look it over. Like, don't eat it until we've I don't know, looked at it.
yes, ma'am. I will make sure to do that.
Hawthorne's gonna pull a roll that he pocketed, hand it over to Nyne, and go, well, do you need this, man? I mean, I just agree with her. I worry about putting anything in your body in this place.
He'll break it in half. You take half, I'll take half later. There, look, that way you got that, okay? And he will just one pot shot that in his mouth and chew it. There.
So, to answer one of the things, you said you were looking around looking for food or drink. You see place settings. You don't see the food out here or anything like that. You did note a kitchen when you first walked in. But the 3 or 4 of you, or 5, with Ira, are having this little conversation with the roll and all of that, following generally behind where Karina is going, but Karina is the first to sit at the table. So you slide into the bench across from Georgina. And there is, as you sit down at one of the seats, the place setting in front of you fills with food. And you have to, could you please, actually hold on, I want to look this up. I need a roll. Could you please make me a spirit roll, Karina?
I got a 5. Also, I know D&D has exhaustion if you stay up all night. Is there anything in Saboteur for staying up all night?
Fatigue. Yeah.
So that's a -1, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Which is
So
still a
that'd be
4. At least I believe it's -1. Let me confirm that. Yes. So, you do manage. All we needed on this one, luckily, was not a critical failure. You managed to keep yourself from immediately vomiting, as the most repulsive, disgusting plate of food is put in front of you. The items that are on the plate that are something that we would classify as food are riddled with maggots and mold and rot, but there are also writhing worms. There is offal just piled onto the plate in front of you, and little maggots climb in and out and all over this plate.
So, keeping her cool, she's just going to keep looking over at Georgina and just casually slide the plate towards the window so it's out of her way.
Georgina has a tarnished piece, or a tarnished fork in her hand, and just is reaching down, or just puts the fork down, stabs a bit of the meat in maggot that's on her plate and brings it to her mouth and eats it, almost without seeming to process the grotesqueness of what she just did.
Karina's gonna slap her hard.
You slap her across the face, and she brings a hand to her cheek and looks a little offended at you, and she grabs her plate and without saying anything, just scoots along the booth, takes her plate, and moves to a different table.
I fucking hate it here.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah. Yeah.
The rest of you who did not sit down, but you see this whole thing, do you sit anywhere, or do you stay standing here in this aisle?
Hey, Karina, what the hell? Why'd you slap him?
When Brawk is freaking out, we slap him, and he's better. I thought by slapping her, she might snap out of it. Did you see what she just put in her fucking mouth?
Oh.
I think it's conditioned.
And Nyne will sit down in front of an empty spot.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to need the same spirit roll from you as a similar but distinct pile of awful, and I mean that in both spellings, appears in front of you. 2 is still not a critical failure, luckily. And when it comes to nausea rolls, which is a subset of fear rolls, all we need to worry about is critical failures. But you set down, and this also appears in front of you.
I'm no longer hungry anymore.
As you say that, you all hear the sound of one of the train cars opening. It's the way you came. And there is a man, pudgy, balding, dressed kinda nice, who emerges into and kind of just materializes, because as the door opens and you look through it, you just see fog on the opposite side. You don't see the luggage car that you came through. But this figure that materializes walks in, pushing a food cart, and it smells heavenly. And so we will pick up there next time in the dining car with all of you here on the train. The one acceptable time to literally railroad your players.
Have a maggot appetizer. Ooh, this smells nice.
At least you're married to one of them.
I'm not railroading you, you're just on a railroad. But thank you all so much for a story that started in one emotional place and ended in a totally different place. Great session, everyone. Wonderful chapter 18 of City of the Crimson Tower. Thank you everyone who was here in the chat, in the stream, first-time listeners, long-time viewers. We appreciate you all. So I want to, before we leave, a few things. First of all, don't go anywhere, because we want to raid, share the love with another TTRPG channel. There are lots of great creators out there, so don't go anywhere yet. But I also want to give all the wonderful players here an opportunity to hype themselves up, let you know where you can find them, what they're up to. So, Mav, you want to lead us off?
Hey everyone, Spirit Black on the internet here. You can find me here on DigitalClubhouseTV, here on Twitch. I play a lot of cool games. I'm trying to finish up Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I should finish that on Saturday. And we've been playing a lot of Payday 3 and a lot of Liar's Bar, Fortnite, and of course Helldivers 2. I'll be on probably tomorrow. We're going to play some more games. Or we might just sit and chit-chat, have a just chatting stream, and watch a bunch of cool trailers that came out and talk about movies. Okay, bye!
That sounds awesome. Matty.
Oh, hi, it's me. I make cosplays and dice, and I will be at quite a few cons this upcoming spring, including Vancouver Expo and Emerald City, which I've never been to before, so you can catch me there. I will be wearing this monstrosity, which I'm having way too much fun building it. And yeah, that's me.
And we still haven't figured out if we're going to be there yet, but maybe. I have time to
Please,
figure that
I need
out.
Lauren to wake me up with her lovely voice.
Consider it done. Anna Margaret.
Wake up, bitch.
Hello, I'm everywhere online at It's Anna Margaret. I just got back from a movie premiere, and now
Did you make a purse?
I did make a purse.
So cool.
That was so cool.
It was chaotic, but it was fun. It came together. I will be at the Universe's World Championship and MagicCon coming up, so come play games with me.
Sally.
Oh, it's me. Hi, you guys. I'm SallyQuinnCreations. You can find me everywhere like SallyQuinnCreations. We're doing body paints. We're doing some Valentine's Day horror things. So if you want to come and hang out, I usually look pretty, but it's scary. It's a great time. Yeah, come join. We also play Marble Rivals if you want to join. And I blame a friend for making me now say it always like that.
And Lauren, take us home.
Hi guys, how's it going? I'm Lauren. I'm around. I'm online, Thousand Faces Cosplay, as well as 95% Lauren, if you like more modeling related things. I'm doing lots of shoots that I'm scheduling out. Gonna be working on new cosplay. I'm streaming gaming, as well as rolling as much dice as I possibly can, so stay tuned here. All my links is thrown up there as well. And don't forget to get out there, have some fun, support your friends and your hobbies. You're worth it, and you deserve to take up space. So be good to yourself. For me, okay?
And a giant thank you to our Dungeon Master, Game Master, for running an awesome game. And you guys creating the train, let me just tell you.
This has been so fun. Oh, this train has been so fun. I got a handful of last minute announcements, so bear with me here. First of all, is it okay if I mention the thing we're doing, Anna Margaret? Is that all right to...
Yeah, you can mention
Okay,
it.
cool.
I'm so excited. I forgot
on
when I was
Thursday-
listing all my things.
On Thursday, this won't be live, this won't be live, but
Sorry, I
we
hit the
are
thing.
going to be Lauren, Anna Margaret, and two other awesome tabletop buddies, Louis Stardust and Ian Magician.
Comedian MTG.
Comedian. Or say it again, so it's said right.
Comedian MTG.
There we go. We'll be playing in a one-shot run by me in the Savage World system, but Deadlands. So the Weird West. Very
I'm
excited
so
about
excited.
this. And do you want to give the information where it will be when it's all edited and watchable?
Sure. It's going to be in a little bit, starting towards the end of March. We are launching a tabletop role-playing channel. So everything will be pre-recorded, and I'll make sure to share links in the weeks leading up to it all going live. I'm so excited.
Oh, it'll be a blast. On Saturday, we should be, assuming no scheduling conflicts, back for another episode of
I'll
The
be here.
Wild Beyond, which I think will be episode 48 or 49. Good Lord! And it's a boss fight, y'all. So come for that. And yeah, check out Go Buff Yourself for all the other stuff. Coming up maybe at the end of February or March, two of the players here in this stream are going to be joining me and four other players for a mini campaign called the Lords of Sin, where 6 incredibly high-level D&D heroes try to take out the Lords of Sin. It'll be a blast with lots of high-level combat. Never played anything quite like it. People are probably gonna die, but, come for the fun anyway. Those are all my announcements. Let's go ahead and initiate this raid. We are going to be raiding dummies and dice rolls. Until we see you next time, friends, take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves, especially in these chaotic times. It's okay to take a little time for yourself and disconnect. Do what you gotta do. You're worth it, and we need you. So, we love you. Hydrate. Do something good for yourselves, and until we see you on Saturday, go buff yourself. Bye, friends.